So I think it's around this time that you mentored Quentin Tarantino at Sundance.
It must have. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right. It was, because you go to the Sundance Institute, not the festival, and what they do, they always have some pros and then some amateurs, and you put them together, and it's a very good and interesting thing. Quentin happened to be there for 2 weeks. Oh, he was with one group of pros and then another group, which I was in the second group. The first group, he had this script for Reservoir Dogs, and Quentin, being Quentin, he's got all this energy and he's extraordinary. And the earlier group just didn't get him. They didn't like the script. They gave him a very hard time, and he was in a very depressed state when we came on. My group was myself, Volker Schlondorf, who great German director who had directed Tin Drum, really wonderful film, and Stanley Donen, who had done Singing in the Rain, Funny Face, all the great musicals, the great romantic musicals of in particularly the 40s and 50s. So that was our little group, and we all read Quentin's script, and the other two didn't really quite get it, but I said, this is fantastic, this is extraordinary stuff. And we looked at, he had already shot a couple scenes, which luckily he reshot for the film. But there's a guy with his energy, his intelligence, his passion, and his ability to write, just extraordinary. I thought, he's extraordinary. And so we became good friends. I said, it's wonderful. And apparently he says that this made a huge difference to him. So, and which is great, because I ended up with a special thanks on Reservoir Dogs, so I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And have you followed his career? Have you watched
How
his
can you
movies?
not follow Quentin's career? Quentin is an unstoppable force. He's brilliant. I remember when he sent me the Django script, and I read it. It was a 5-hour movie. I mean, this is madness, but every page, I said, you bastard, you're so brilliant. I'm so envious of his abilities. And the fact that he managed to compress it down to a reasonable length movie is again quite extraordinary. Quentin is very special. What he does is take all the worlds that we know, all the movies we've seen, all the stuff we're very familiar with, and then he twists it around and turns it into something surprising all the time. And that's an incredible ability to play with, and he still makes it like a movie, but it's a different movie. I mean, I don't have those skills, so I think it's wonderful what he does.